people reach financial freedom with MLM businesses, and now it's our turn. Come join me while I implement real, powerful, and simple marketing tactics to build my six-figure business that most of the MLM industry is oblivious to. I'm Michelle Bowler, and welcome to the MLM Moms Podcast. Guys, I had such a good day yesterday. My brother-in-law is getting married in August, and his fiance invited me to go dress shopping with her. So she drove down to where I live, and then we drove further south to drop my kids off at my blessed sister-in-law's house so they could play with cousins. And then we drove even more south to check out some pretty dresses, hang out, and just have an awesome day. So it was particularly awesome because we had bonded last week at our family reunion, and it was just a whole day of getting excited about the wedding, having a day, just kind of a day with a good friend, which I don't get days like that very often. Like, I always have my kids with me. So even when I'm doing play dates and stuff, there's Mom, I need this, and Mom and that. And it was just really fun to have like fun adult girlfriend type things to do. It was a blast. The cool part, though, that is kind of like geeky and funny, is that I learned a lot of things. And one thing was I learned about the bridal industry. And I thought I knew a good amount about this industry, given my sewing background and having a fairly large exposure with all the family weddings that I've been involved in. But you learn something new every day. So we first went to this cute shop and had the typical wedding dress shopping experience. There were a lot of oohs and trying on different silhouettes and liking this kind of thing but not liking this kind. But towards the end, like, my sister-in-law had a favorite, but since she had a few other appointments, while she really liked one of the dresses, she wanted to see kind of what else was out there. And the next shop that we went to was really interesting because while you'd think all wedding dresses are going, all shops are going to be pretty much the same, this one was totally different. And one simple business business strategy, I guess, changed the whole thing. Instead of selling dresses, this place only rented them. Have you heard of this? I hadn't heard of this. So what happens is, instead of buying a dress for hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, you can rent a dress for just a few $100s, like really, really inexpensive. And what's even more brilliant about it to me is that all of these dresses that were offered are ones that people in the surrounding area have put up for consignment. So now people who want to buy a dress can buy a dress of their dreams, and then instead of it sitting in their closet for years, they can get a percentage of each time it's rented. It's super brilliant. There's no big stress on keeping inventory. There's no inventory costs. There's a wide variety of choices. And this shop is doing really well simply because they found a blue ocean. They found a way to serve a niche in the market. People who want beautiful dresses, but either A, didn't care to own the dress forever, and or B, didn't want to spend that much money. And they're serving the people who want to spend the money on the dress of their dreams, but now can make money off of it. There's a lot of winning sides here, and that's why it's so brilliant. What's funny, though, is the biggest lesson I learned was that the secret, this big old secret to being successful, even just being the secret to being an adult, is that everyone's making it up. There's no cookie cutter way to success. I think there are a few things that everyone can agree on what successful people do, but there's no steps A through Z that if everyone follows, that it will be successful. And what's funny is I spent I've spent a lot of my life wishing someone would just give me the answers on how to do things. If they could just tell me what I needed to do, then I would have no problem doing it. I would have no problem working hard. Like, that's not my problem. But my problem is I don't know what to do. And if they would just tell me what to do, then problem X would be solved. And it started when I was pretty young. I had some stomach issues in middle school that have continued my whole life. And I went to doctors and specialists for years. I tried eating lactose free. I tried this medicine. I tried this test and that test. I looked for triggers in my diet. Like, nothing seemed conclusive. And I just wanted someone to tell me what magical thing I could do. Just tell me what to do that would solve my problem. But it didn't seem to exist. But now, as I've been growing older and I've been paying attention, I've been taking bits from this idea and bits from this idea, and I've been able to find a fairly good solution, but it's a solution that only works for me. And I had to figure it out because the answer wasn't there. A similar thing happened with basketball. I started playing basketball when I was like around 8, and I will keep playing until my hip replacements break, I will go down playing basketball. I have no problem with that. And I'm decent. I'm not the best in the world, but I'm not the worst either. But I love the game. And I wanted to be good. But I kept wanting my coach and kind of waiting for my coach to give me some master list of drills to do, some exercises to do, the number of shots I should make every day, whatever. But all I ever got from him was to just keep practicing. He would say, just keep practicing, or just keep playing as much as you can. And what's sad is, looking back, I know I could have been better. And that's not on my coach. That's on me. Because in life, in business, the only real difference between successful and unsuccessful people is that successful people keep on going. They solve the problems, and they do it by simply making it up. They don't sit down, swaying their feet on their chairs, waiting for someone to come around and drop the answer in their lap. They stand up and they walk around the room. They try everything, and they try everything they can get their hands on that might solve their problem. And if they fail, something doesn't work, which happens all the time, then they just keep walking to the next possible solution. But again, no one is handing them the solution. They are solving the problem. And I know I'm going off on a little bit of tangent, but the longer I'm doing this, the more I'm realizing how true this is. I know this is especially tricky mindset, and it's something that's really easy to fall into, especially with MLM, because you see people having success and you have the same product, the same opportunity. So you think you should just be able to do whatever Haley or Sue or whoever are doing, and then you'll be successful. But that's not how it works. What works for one person can't be cut out and used the exact same by everybody else. There are sound principles, there are ideas that can help, but you have to get a little creative with it. You have to make stuff up, because this business is really successful when you throw you into it. I get that it's hard to do, because it honestly means spending some time not looking at Instagram and Facebook and seeing what everybody else is doing, and spending some real time with yourself and that awesome brain of yours and thinking, how do I want to do it? How can I serve people? And that's hard. That's scary. And it's kind of a little bit of pressure on you. But you just use your noggin. And you know what? That's what everybody does. It seems like people just have the answers handed to them, but it's because they're thinking about it. Everyone is simply making up ideas, hoping it works, and then facing the failure when it comes. And you can too. I just really hope that you get and understand that you can do this. There's no difference between you and the successful people. It's just that they decided that they aren't going to be afraid and they are going to do it. So let's do it. I honestly would really love to hear what you guys are doing. So reach out to me. This is something I'm struggling with. It's something that I am fighting, this mindset. So I'd love to hear what you guys are doing. I'd love to hear from you, and we can hopefully motivate each other. So until next time, adios. Hey lovely ladies, thanks for listening. Make sure you remember to subscribe, and I'd really love to hear your feedback, so don't forget to leave a quick review.